تنفذوا من أقطار السماوات والأرض فانفذوا لا تنفذون إلا بسلطان. صدق الله.
Saya ingin menyampaikan sekedar pesan singkat melalui satu Voyager ini.
Au-dessus des étangs, au-dessus des vallées, des montagnes, des bois, des nuages, des mers, par-delà le soleil, par-delà les éthers, par-delà les confins des sphères étoilées, mon esprit, tu te meus avec agilité, et comme un bon nageur qui se pâme dans l'onde, tu sillonnes gaiement l'immensité profonde, avec une
मैं अपने मुल्क की जानिब से हमारे दोस्त जो खला में बसते हैं उनके लिए दोस्ती और खैर सगाली का पैगाम पेश करता हूँ। हमारी दिली ख्वाहिश है कि सारी दुनिया में अमन रहे और ये अमन जिंदगी के हर
Liebe Freunde, als Vorsitzender des Weltraumausschusses der Vereinten Nationen, Vertreter Österreichs, freue ich mich, Ihnen auf diesem Wege unsere Grüße.
I should like to extend the greetings of the government and people of Canada to the extraterrestrial inhabitants.
يا معشر الجن والإنس إن استطعتم أن تنفذوا من أقطار السماوات والأرض فانفذوا لا تنفذون إلا بسلطان. صدق الله.
Saya ingin menyampaikan sekedar pesan singkat melalui satu Voyager ini.
Au-dessus des étangs, au-dessus des vallées, des montagnes, des bois, des nuages, des mers, par-delà le soleil, par-delà les éthers, par-delà les confins des sphères étoilées, mon esprit, tu te meus avec agilité, et comme un bon nageur qui se pâme dans l'onde, tu sillonnes gaiement l'immensité profonde, avec une
मैं अपने मुल्क की जानिब से हमारे दोस्त जो खला में बसते हैं उनके लिए दोस्ती और खैर सगाली का पैगाम पेश करता हूँ। हमारी दिली ख्वाहिश है कि सारी दुनिया में अमन रहे और ये अमन जिंदगी के हर
Liebe Freunde, als Vorsitzender des Weltraumausschusses der Vereinten Nationen, Vertreter Österreichs, freue ich mich, Ihnen auf diesem Wege unsere Grüße.
I should like to extend the greetings of the government and people of Canada to the extraterrestrial inhabitants.
يا معشر الجن والإنس إن استطعتم أن تنفذوا من أقطار السماوات والأرض فانفذوا لا تنفذون إلا بسلطان. صدق الله.
Saya ingin menyampaikan sekedar pesan singkat melalui satu Voyager ini.
Au-dessus des étangs, au-dessus des vallées, des montagnes, des bois, des nuages, des mers, par-delà le soleil, par-delà les éthers, par-delà les confins des sphères étoilées, mon esprit, tu te meus avec agilité, et comme un bon nageur qui se pâme dans l'onde, tu sillonnes gaiement l'immensité profonde, avec une
मैं अपने मुल्क की जानिब से हमारे दोस्त जो खला में बसते हैं उनके लिए दोस्ती और खैर सगाली का पैगाम पेश करता हूँ। हमारी दिली ख्वाहिश है कि सारी दुनिया में अमन रहे और ये अमन जिंदगी के हर
Liebe Freunde, als Vorsitzender des Weltraumausschusses der Vereinten Nationen,
I wish to extend greetings and friendly wishes to all who may...
辈的，他的堂弟钱永健也属于永字辈。至于明
일본군의 사격은 점점 더 맹렬해집니다. 갑자기 우리 쪽 중기관 총 소리가 잠잠해져.
마실! 중기관 총은 부대사관부 타날이 뭐야? 타날이 떨어졌습니다.
중기관 총이 벙어리가 되자 적들이 사방팔방으로부터 쏟아져 나왔다. 문득 손일봉이 수류탄을 던지려다 들어가
soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power. The power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future, and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams, my childhood with your empty words. And yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction. All you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you? For more than 30 years, the science has been crystal clear. How dare you continue to look away and come here saying that you're doing enough when the politics and solutions needed are still nowhere in sight? Which is that we'll be watching you. This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams, my childhood with your empty words. And yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction. And all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you? For more than 30 years, the science has been crystal clear. How dare you continue to look away and come here saying that you're doing enough when the politics and solutions needed are still nowhere in sight? My message is that we'll be watching you. This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams, my childhood with your empty words. And yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you? For more than 30 years, the science has been crystal clear. How dare you continue to look away and come here saying that you're doing enough when the politics and solutions needed are still nowhere in sight? My message is that we'll be watching you. This is all wrong. I should be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams, my childhood with your empty words. Yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you? For more than 30 years, the science has been crystal clear. How dare you continue to look away and come here saying that you're doing enough when the politics and solutions needed are still nowhere in sight? My message is that we'll be watching you. This is all wrong. I should be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams, my childhood with your empty words. Yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
Solid memories of any of those years. Big Ben. Madam Spanish.
Because it was one of the most sacred sounds that we heard during the war. We who were in occupied France. It was our life, and it was our comfort, and it kept us safe. I remember New Year's Eve, I suppose it was 43 to 44. My husband and I were hunted by the Gestapo. We were in Chambéry, and it was probably one of the worst times we've ever lived. We didn't realize it at the time, but now when anything very nice happens to us, my husband says to me, c'est mieux qu'à Chambéry, which means it's better than in Chambéry. And we were not able to go out of our little room, which was extremely cold, because there was no heating, because the Gestapo was all around us, and we expected to be arrested any minute. But on New Year's Eve, we had to be with our Eurorack. And we got up and we wrapped ourselves in rugs. We had 2 glasses with water. It sounds rather corny now, but that's all we had. And as Big Ben sounded, we lifted our glasses with the water in it, and we dragged into the new year, and we said one day we will hear Big Ben in England.
Of course we did. And, I'm sure
it's to finish the story in Spanish, because each day you can listen to the chiming of this band and in the radio. And my best friend has been arrested by the Germans and is dead. And in 1951, when I'm going for the first time in England swimming, I was asleep in London, and I just remember this thing when Big Ben started the first time. Just I have cried. So much fun.
It is really a sound we can't hear without crying.
I'm sure it has more meaning to us French than for the British.
Yes, I think so, probably.
And what about you, Art?
No, I can't follow that.
I'm sure Miss Woodward has some British experience.
And it reminds me of listening to the news with the maid I had called Gladys. Absolutely loved her. We used to sit in the kitchen listening to the news, everything's going on. Then there were about 2 years ago when they went to and then there was a small and siren, almost immediately after the bomb, rather near, everything was shaking out. I was sitting up in bed, rather wondering. And Gladys put her head round the door and said, "Is it to hear them again?"
In late autumn of 1952, the American Forces Network made the front page of the London Times and caused a sensation across Europe with a special Halloween program. Program director Hunt Downs asked for 3 volunteers among the AFN announcing staff. He took them and a couple of engineers to the old Frankenstein Castle near Darmstadt. They arrived at the dismal, fog-shrouded castle just before midnight. It was airtime. The announcer explained that the myth of the Frankenstein Castle claims Dr. Frankenstein's monster returns every 100 years. And he added, "This is the myth." Each of the 3 announcers was given a walkie-talkie, pen-like flashlight, sent to different parts of the castle to report what they saw and heard. There was no script. It was completely animated. What a psychological experience. Announcer Carl Nelson's assignment was to enter the Frankenstein family crypt far beneath the old castle. He was told he'd be the first man to go down there in decades. What he didn't know was that the show's producer had set up a statue in the center of the crypt at the height of Nelson's self-induced.
Wasps on the ground, smell
different. many months, checking, cross-checking, trying to track down leads, no matter how far afield they took them. This, tonight, is our report. We frankly admit that we don't know whether flying saucers actually exist. We've never seen them. We are going to bring you the facts at hand. What they add up to, well, that's for you to decide. That's up to you. It all began just a little less than 3 full years ago. It began in the sky over western Washington, up there in the hip pocket of the country. Early one June morning in 1947, a C-46 Marine transport with 32 Marines aboard crashed in the vicinity of Mount Rainier. An air search was immediately organized to locate the downed plane. Among the many service and private flyers who participated in this search was Mr. Kenneth Arnold, a businessman of Boise, Idaho, a veteran pilot in forest fire control work, a man with 6 years' experience flying over the rugged terrain in and around Mount Rainier. Yesterday morning, we spoke to Mr. Arnold over the phone. We asked him to repeat for us, in his own words, what he saw in the sky over Mount Rainier on June 24th, 1947. We recorded what he said, and we're going to play it for you now. The slight beep that you will hear intermittently is required by law to let both parties of a phone conversation know they are being recorded. Here now is Mr. Kenneth Arnold.
It was while I was searching for this flag that I noticed a terrific blue flag pass the nose of my airplane. I noticed that the flag came from a chain of very peculiar-looking objects that were rapidly approaching Mount Rainier at about 170 feet. This chain of objects were 9 in number. I assumed at the time they were a new formation or a new type of jet, though I was baffled by the fact that they did not have a tail to pass almost directly in front of me, but at a distance of about 23 miles, which is not very great in the air. I judged their wingspan to be at least 100 feet across. The sighting did not particularly disturb me at the time, except that I had never seen planes of that type.
Mr. Arnold, after landing, made a routine report of what he had seen to a Civil Aeronautics Administration representative, promptly forgot the matter, until the wheels of publicity began to turn. The floodgates opened.
I never could understand at that time why the world got so upset about it. I did, because these things didn't seem to be a menace. I believe they had something to do with our Army and Air Force.
On 3 different occasions, Mr. Arnold was questioned by military intelligence. They expressed doubt as to the accuracy of some of his reported observations.
That's right. Now, of course, some of the reports they did take from newspapers, which did not quote me properly. Now, when I told the press, they just quoted me, and in the excitement of it all, one newspaper and another one got it so riled up that nobody knew just exactly what they were talking about, I guess.
Here's how the name Flying Saucer was born.